Well, we're now being joined on the news with our Labour correspondent, Sharon Ijasan, bringing us up to speed on the happenings in some parts of Lagos, especially with the suspension of the industrial action by Labour. Hello, Sharon. I understand you're at the MM1 airport. Can you tell us if the planned strike caused any cancellation, any missed flights, or any delays?
Well, at the General Aviation Terminal, local terminal of MM1 here in Lagos, Nigeria, we can see that activities is actually going on. Though it's not as busy at what is supposed to be on a normal day, we can see that Nigerians are going about their day-to-day activities. Now, from my findings when I got into the airport, the first flights took off at about 6 a.m. to Kano and Abuja. About 5 flights has actually taken off right now as we speak for 10 a.m. So from my observation, when I spoke to workers at the airport, they said they got a directive and information that the planned industrial action has been suspended. Thus, it's of utmost importance for them to go back to work. Many of them are hopeful that when the Labour leaders deliver the tripartite committee meeting reports to the president, that there will be speedy response in terms of what they'll be expecting from the National Assembly in terms of passing this into law and also it being returned to the president for its accent. I am here with a businessman whom I actually spoke to earlier on, and according to him, he's happy that he can go about his day-to-day activities. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, my dear sister.
How do you feel that Labour suspends its industrial action? As a businessman, how do you feel about this development?
Oh, it's a good thing anyway, because if you look at the population per se, it's only, I can say it is about 3% are working. Both the private and the government. So, as at yesterday, when we got about the information that there is no going back, most of us, we are surprised and we are not even happy, in the sense that there's no much, if you look at our economics, everybody knows what we are running here and there to make sure that we feed ourselves and our families. So, if this strike will continue, automatically we shut the country down, and many families have no option but to do otherwise, which is not good for the government.
So are you telling me now that assuming Labour went ahead with the industrial action, you would have been affected because you do business on a day-to-day activities?
Seriously, in the sense that, as I have earlier said, many of us, we are on business, we are daily basis. If you don't go, your family, you left your family to go and look for a daily bread at the end of the day. If you don't go, there's nothing for them. You should know how it will feel. So what I'm advising the government and the Labour per se, they have to come to agreement and compromise so that they play a level ground. That is my own.
Now, to this businessman here, he is of the view that there should be a compromise between the organized labor and the federal government so that there will not be another threat of strike in some few weeks to come, because organized labor has said that presenting the paper to the president is important, but what is also important is for Nigerian workers to start enjoying the new national minimum wage before the next general election come February 2019. To the workers, to the Nigerian Labour Congress and other trade union organizations in Nigeria, it's very important because the minimum wage expired in 2016.
All right, Sharon, it's good to learn that normal shuttling has returned at the airport. But on my commute back home last night, there was a lot of panic buying at fuel stations. And I'm wondering if the situation has changed.
Well, I responded earlier on about panic buying. Every Nigerian went ahead last night to fill up their tank, to buy fuel, to buy food commodities. But right now, as I speak, most people are still at home. Earlier in the day, I was at the Alausa Secretariat here in Lagos, and I observed that people that were at work that had the information that Labour has suspended the planned industrial action were calling others that were not at work that they have to resume work because Labour has suspended the strike. So right now, the road is busy, but not as busy as what it's supposed to be at past 10 in Lagos, Nigeria. Hopefully before noon, there will be total compliance of people being at their workplaces.
Sharon Ijasan, our Labour correspondent, giving us updates there from the MM1 airport.